4D. It's your own fault when you crash into your sun. Unlike the soft 3D, which keeps all of the imperfect orbits alive. You are so fragile, it's not even funny. All I need to do to destroy you is to push your brain out and watch it explode as it rearranges itself into superior 4D atoms. If I want to, I can even cause a chain reaction by sending the superior atoms back into your slice. Imagine thinking that a mere 3D being can defeat a 4D one. Your flat atoms will just miss the 4D atoms entirely, dealing no damage. In fact, you can't even stand on the ground. I'll have you know that I ascended to 4D myself, and definitely doesn't regret the fact that I exist as a being of pure electricity and can only interact with the world by manipulating radio waves. I definitely doesn't think that the fact that the only matter in the 4D universe is either in the 3D universe or brought out of it myself means that I'd rather return to how it was before.
If you are a wise 4D creature, then tell me how you are interacting with Discord without shattering the 3D objects that power it. Checkmate, Flatlander.
I, as a superior 4D electric life form, can simply override any 3D human's brain pattern with my own.
Well, clearly you're not actually superior cause you have a superiority complex. A truly superior being wouldn't have one. Superiority complexes are a hallmark of human folly. Believing oneself to be superior to others usually leads to failure.
You can't even hurt me. Only my host.
If I was a 4D creature, I don't think I'd be spending my time on Discord servers about a niche indie game. It'd be like I DK, looking inside of things or whatever it is that 4D creatures do.
It's interesting to watch the progress of the final 3 levels becoming part of the stack.
What do you mean?
Really, it's more of a tree though, because of the non-Euclidean geometries.
I don't follow.
We have full interlevel communication down all the way until 3D, and then it cuts off. Even travel. Here from the universal cover of SL2, R times E.
Dimension travel wouldn't work though, because you'd get all flat.
Yeah, we just transfer the consciousness into a higher dimensional robot, and then put it back later. Currently 4D is working on a screen face thingy that is the equivalent of a rhombi cube octahedron.
Someday I'm gonna feed 4D input directly into my visual cortex and we'll see if I get it then.
Maybe if I take enough acid I can get it. Apparently people can see 4-dimensional stuff.
I call BS. They're probably just misinterpreting their hallucinations because their mental state is messed up.
Maybe when I die and go to the afterlife I can ask God to let me see 4D shapes. I am a dice collector. If God lets me see 4-dimensional dice, then my life is complete.
The afterlife isn't real. It was real, but it isn't.
What?
Who got rid of it?
Me?
Damn, now I have to go to the Eternal Abyss. Thanks a lot.
I don't know. Eternal torture isn't really my thing.
If any routes to 4D understanding come up, I will gladly take them.
Will you be interested in ascending?
Very.
Just become an energy being, and train your brain the old-fashioned way.
Why would I want to be an energy being though? I am a human and I like it in here.
And restrict yourself to 3 dimensions? No thanks.
I mean, can I switch back and forth?
If you're experienced enough, you can override someone's consciousness with your own. Yes.
That sounds really immoral.
Nah, they're 3D beings, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, I'm currently a 30 being, and so is everyone else on the server, so that's hurtful.
Most people on this server.
Listen, each put blood, sweat, and tears into getting myself the way I am. I don't think ascending to 4D would be worth abandoning that part of myself. I am a 3-dimensional creature, and if I get stuck anywhere else, I might end up with dimension dysphoria.
It might be easier to come to the universal cover of SL2, R times E, if you go the universal cover of SL2, R first.
What is this pride flag?
Are you in love with an RGB pixel or something, unknown user?
I can safely say that I am cis-dimensional.
After a bit of googling, I am questioning dimensional. Bro, why the hell did I say this? This was stupid.
e squared equals mc squared squared plus pc squared is the full formula.
There are
2 trillion galaxies
in wafer-thin
spirals
to fill my complex.
What is the follow-up answer to that?
Yeah, technically no physical die will ever be fair unless you build it atom by atom.
Or, it may sound crazy, but what if you make it out of energy?
How do you roll it without matter?
Gravity.
Wait, how do you even use a keyboard?
With a host. Duh. How else will I use it? I'm manipulating radio waves? No, that would be silly.
Oh, you overrode a consciousness.
How do I know you're not just a 3D human tricking us?
Ask me a question.
How many uniform polychora are undiscovered?
Infinitely many.
What question should I ask you which cannot be answered by a 3D human with a good knowledge on 4-dimensional matters?
Ask better questions. Are you asking me to name it? A rounded duospindle.
Crazy?
God successfully disproved.
This is why I just refuse to answer these types of questions. I'm still a person. I know about as much about 4D geometry as you do 3D, which is to say, not a lot. If I had perfect 4D spatial reasoning, then maybe. Also, I don't always feel like doing a ton of math to prove to people my own dimension.
Are you scared I'll answer correctly?
You just already failed in their eyes.
Your bio says you're a meme-alt of the dolphin guy? I'm confused.
I'm just using this account as a proxy because planar IPs are complicated.
What's a planar IP?
Here's an example. It makes sense because we have more planet surface, therefore more people and computers to assign IPs to.
Yeah, but how would that be compatible with human IP at all?
IPv6 already can allow a lot more machines. What you're describing is IPv4, which is obsolete but still in use because it refuses to die.
Why are you spinning?
I can't tell you. Not now.
IPv4 refuses to die here as well, but we had foresight. Mainly because we have many more mouths to feed and much more supply to do that. Both require more computers and we're actually running out of planar IPv4 now. Plus in my geometry, 2 of the dimensions are exponentially expanding, so that makes it even worse.
Are you secretly a 2D being trying to infiltrate the 4D world?
Why is E4 so empty, by the way? My geometry is a lush dimension with stuff everywhere.
Begone. False 4D being. I am the true ruler of this place, and always have been.
Man E4 seems interesting. There only seems to be one resident, and he thinks he owns everything. I literally have traveled to E5 and seen your void. The stack goes on and on and on without you.
No. Heresy.
Yeah, wait, if the dimensions above you are actually full, why the frick would I not ascend to 5D instead of 4D?
The people in 5D are crazy and unsymmetric. Move to 6D instead. Are you okay?
Styler Ham? What's happening? Is everything good? Dude.
I personally prefer H4, loads of space, but not too many dimensions.
How many of you are there in this server?
I don't know.
How many geometries are there?
18 plus 1 infinite family.
All other geometries are clearly tainted by the malevolent singularity. E4 is the only true path.
E3 is my birthplace, bro. I'm staying here unless it is just a visit.
By not ascending to the fourth dimension, you aren't fighting the malevolent singularity. So you're clearly a servant of the malevolent singularity who is trying to convince others to stray from the one true path. Heresy.
You heard it here, folks. The malevolent singularity is trying to take America down the wrong path. I won't let it happen, let me tell you. No, I'm going to bring the fourth dimension back to this country. Yes, that fourth dimension. It is just not time. No, everyone says it is just time. It's just weird. It's not time. It is just another space dimension, and we shall bring it back. Make America bulky again, that's just what I say. We follow the one true way here. Our founders did it. It did just true.
Heretic!
It's going to be much harder to change your geometry than to join the stack and move.
I don't want to change my geometry.
We're working
or
on
move.
it, but there are a lot of weird consequences at this low of a level. And so far, we've only managed to explore it.
Finding the third dimension.
E4 is the only way! All
E4 is empty.
We'll laminate you so you don't die, don't worry.
I can just put your consciousness in this thing. You get to design it custom, by the way. Except it's a Sid Pith, not a
Dimensional
Circo.
nationalism. Perhaps all dimensions have some cool, interesting parts.
I agree.
No. The malevolent singularity is upon us.
It sure seems like E4 is more tainted by this malevolent singularity than anywhere else. Or maybe just the idea of it has corrupted the sanity of the only living resident.
I think it's time we revert this Discord to before this conversation ever happened.
Agreed. We can't have 2,000 people running around with the knowledge dispelled by this conversation. At least not yet.
Wait, what?
If you ever want to ascend, DM us. Goodbye.